Hi, this is Pádraig here from Boyle Payroll Project Management, and today I want to bring you through the process for claiming tax credits for rent paid for the current year, 2026. The rent tax credit is available for the tax years from 2022 to 2028. Taxpayers in receipt of PAYE income in the current year have the option of availing of an in-year relief using Revenue's real-time credit facility. This facility can be accessed through My Account under the PAYE services and Manage My Record cards. This is a step-by-step guide to making and checking the progress of a claim using the real-time credit facility on the Revenue website. Once you have accessed the real-time credit facility, you should locate the rent tax credit screen and follow the process on screen to claim the credit. This process will be very similar to that outlined in my previous videos for claiming the rent tax credit. I am not going through the process of getting to your tax credit screen. You can refer to my previous step-by-step video guides for this if you need to. Continue to the tax credit screen. When an in-year claim is made, the credit due is calculated and apportioned equally over the tax year as follows. 1. The portion of the credit due up to the time the claim is made may be given by way of a refund through your payroll. This is subject to the amount of income tax actually paid by you at that time being equal to or higher than that proportion of the credit due to be refunded at that time, and you've been taxed on a cumulative basis. 2. The portion of the credit you will be due over the remaining part of the year will be given by way of an increase to your tax credits. This will reduce the amount of tax deducted from your payroll for the remainder of the year. For these reasons, we advise single renters to process their claim after they have, say, €2,500 paid. In many cases, this will happen around March, April or May. Please note that this is only advisory from BPPM. There is no minimum monetary threshold or specific amount of rent that must be paid before you can claim the rent tax credit. Example: Stephanie is a single person and has an annual salary of €54,000. Stephanie is entitled to a standard cut-off point of €44,000, a basic personal tax credit of €2,000 and an employee PAYE tax credit of €2,000. Stephanie is assessed to tax on the cumulative basis, and her total income tax liability for the year after all other credits, reliefs and allowances is €8,800. Stephanie resides in rental accommodation from the 1st of January to the 31st of May 2026 inclusive, and pays rent of €1,200 per month during this time. The rent tax credit due to Stephanie for the 2026 tax year is therefore €1,000, being the lower of €1,200, the total rent payments made by Stephanie during the year of €6,000 at 20%. 2. €1,000, the specified amount of €5,000 at 20%. And 3. €8,800, the amount required to reduce Stephanie's income tax liability to nil. Stephanie claims the credit in year through My Account. This amount is apportioned over the course of the year and is split as follows. 1. The credit due up to the period in which the claim is made, that is January to May 2026, which amounts to €417. That's €1,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 12. And 2. The credit due for the remaining part of the year after the claim is made, that's from June to December 2026, which amounts to €583, and that's €1,000 multiplied by 7 and divided by 12. The portion of the credit due up to the period in which the claim is made may be given by way of a refund through Stephanie's payroll, provided the amount of income tax paid by Stephanie at that time exceeds that portion of the credit. Salary from January to May, €54,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 12 is equal to €22,500. Income tax due, €18,334, that's €44,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 12 at 20% is equal to €3,667. €4,166, the balance, at 40%, which is equal to €1,667, giving a total of €5,334, less basic personal tax credit €2,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 12 is equal to €834, and the employee PAYE tax credit of €2,000 multiplied by 5 and divided by 12 is equal to €834, giving a total of €1,668. So tax paid from January to May is equal to €3,666. As Stephanie is taxed on the cumulative basis, and the amount of income tax she has paid in the period January to May 2026 exceeds the portion of the credit due for that period, she will receive a refund through her payroll of €417 following her claim. That €417 is for 5 months, which is equivalent to €83 per month. The remainder of the credit due, the portion attributed to the period from June to December 2026, will be given by way of an adjustment to Stephanie's tax credits. This means that Stephanie's monthly take-home pay in these months will be higher than it was in January to May 2026. As seen here in this table, Stephanie's net pay will therefore increase by approximately €83 per month in the period June to December 2026. Please take a few moments to study the figures closer if you wish, as there is a lot to absorb in a short time frame. While you are getting your head around these figures, let me introduce myself. This is Pádraig here at Boyle Payroll Project Management, Ireland's premier payroll processing company for small businesses. BPPM are also PAYE workers' first choice as an income tax return completion service. As tax agents for PAYE workers, BPPM Boyle Payroll Project Management ensures PAYE taxpayers claim all tax credits due to them in compliance with revenue regulations. Keep an eye out for my next video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe, follow or like button depending on the platform you are watching this video guide on. Now we can move on to completing your 2026 claim. In the You and Your Family section, click on Rent Tax Credit and work through the claim process as shown in the step-by-step guide contained on the following screens. You must first indicate if you are claiming the tax credits in respect of rent you have paid for a property which was used by you or your child. You will be asked to confirm that you are not a supported tenant and that the landlord is not of a type which is outside the scope of the rent tax credit. Questions may differ depending on your answers to previous questions, so you may not be asked the same questions as your friend or neighbour, for example. It is not possible to claim the rent tax credit if you are a supported tenant or the landlord is of a type detailed on screen. You will therefore receive a message advising you that you were unable to proceed with your claim if that is the case, where the claim relates to a property that is used by your child, and you will be asked additional questions in relation to the child's age and participation in qualifying third-level education being an approved course. You will be asked about your tenancy agreement and to provide the address, including air code for the property. You will be asked to provide the name of the person you made the pay rental payments to, together with the amount you paid. The system will then calculate the credit. Before I leave you for now, can I ask those of you who wish to, but have not already done so, to turn on notifications for our YouTube and Facebook video guides. This is a separate action to liking, following or subscribing. This action ensures you get notified of any new videos we produce. So if you don't know how to do this, please search for the video guides on how to turn on YouTube notifications or Facebook notifications for BPPM as indicated here. Go on, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can get an alert every time we post a new video guide, as we have many more helpful pay, income tax and other work related guides and videos to bring you. It costs you nothing to subscribe, but could help you save hundreds or even thousands of euro into your hand on pay and tax. Go on, hit that subscribe, follow or like button. Go on. See you next time, and thank you for watching.